Elizabeth Warren, they've been talking a lot about how Elizabeth Warren is the second coming of Christ. How Elizabeth Warren is rising so fastly in the polls, like Elizabeth Warren is killing it. Oh, look at what Elizabeth Warren is doing. Oh, look at her. Wow, she is amazing, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, she's running away with it. Elizabeth Warren has just become Queen Elizabeth. I mean, it seems that way, man. Everyone's talking about how great she is. I'm still not impressed. And I also still read. And I'm like wondering, who are these people that are so enamored about Elizabeth Warren? Why are these people so impressed about Elizabeth Warren? And I have to tell you, it's the media. Yeah, you know, look, I don't want to sound like Donald Trump. Fake news. Oh, fake news. You know, I don't want to sound like that, but yeah, it's a little bit of fake news going on, man. I mean, Facebook, instead of you getting on me about a link that somebody else in my group shared, or of a picture that they shared or something that you didn't like, or a statement or a post or a text post or whatever the hell that was, you need to get on these Washington Post editorial writers who are comparing Elizabeth Warren to notable black figures in history. Yeah. I mean, guys, this right here is disgusting beyond disgusting. You ain't going to believe what they did. Here it is. You're not going to believe it. I'm going to show you, but I'm telling you, you are not going to believe it. They compared Elizabeth Warren to Frederick Douglass. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Warren is just like Frederick Douglass. I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you. I would not lie to you. Look, Frederick Douglass photos smash stereotypes. Could Elizabeth Warren selfies do the same? No, they couldn't. And I'd have smacked the taste out of your mouth for suggesting they could. Listen here, guys. Elizabeth Warren, it's a disrespect to the highest of disrespectivity that they would use the name Elizabeth Warren in the same sentence with Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was an abolitionist. He was fighting to free men and women who were being treated less than animals, like an object you sit on, like a chair. In fact, black children were used as chairs, literal chairs. They would literally sit on black children. And you want to compare Elizabeth Warren to Frederick Douglass. What the hell has Elizabeth Warren done? First of all, I want to give people a little primer on how disgusting this is by enlightening you a little bit about all the great things that Frederick Douglass has done. Frederick Douglass was the most prominent African-American abolitionist and important leader in the movement. He went to an fueling the abolitionist movement in America. He wrote a memoir about his life that helped keep the movement to free black people going. His works are considered classics of American autobiography. His works are phenomenal. Centuries it has stood the test of time. Centuries, over a century. Douglass established the anti-slavery newspaper, the North Star. It developed into the most influential African-American anti-slavery publication of the time. He was a famous orator and gave the remarkable 4th of July speech. A brilliant orator and well known for his fiery speeches. Yeah, just like Elizabeth, right? Just identical. He advocated for women's suffrage at Seneca Falls Convention. Oh, it wasn't just about freeing slaves and getting black people rights, also for women. Interesting. He played a part in African Americans being granted the right to vote. During the American Civil War, Douglass was a consultant to President Abraham Lincoln. He furthered the advancement of several causes, including women's suffrage, once again. He was the first African American to be appointed the U.S. Marshal of the District of Columbia by President Rutherford B. Hayes. And number 10, he was appointed U.S. Minister to Haiti in 1889. Yes, an abolitionist. Frederick Douglass did a lot of great things. Now, folks, I would just like to compare that to the extensive accomplishment list of Elizabeth Warren. She's a senator. There's been a lot of senators. I don't know how many, but a lot. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Warren was an early advocate for the creation of a new Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The Bureau was established by the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, signed into law by President Obama in July 2010. Obama named Warren assistant to the president and special advisor to the Secretary of the Treasury of the CFPB to set up the new agency. And she's running for president, Johnson. I mean, that's just the same as Frederick Douglass. I can't tell them apart. I don't know who done more for the country. I don't know. See, when people say that liberals, a lot of these liberals are horrible and they disrespect black folks, this is what they mean. Someone wrote that because Elizabeth Warren took selfies capturing her image, and Frederick Douglass is known to be the most photographed man of the 19th century. That makes them similar in some way. Yeah, because they took a picture. That's it. It takes a very nearsighted, callous, tone-deaf, rude, idiot, imbecile, moron, to even stoop to the level of writing such an article. And then they don't publish themselves. It's the Washington Post. Editors approved it and ran with it, comparing Elizabeth Warren to Frederick Douglass. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you is, when I show you, when they talk about Elizabeth Warren, they say how great she is, and they show you the polls, they're pushing Elizabeth Warren. In no other way is it clear than in an article like that, where they compare her to one of the greatest African Americans ever in history. One of the greatest black folks ever in the country, whose works are still discussed 150 years after his death almost? 150 years from now, will people be talking about Elizabeth Warren? I don't know. And if they are they going to be talking about all of the great things she did, or that she was a senator who ran for president at one time and didn't win? I think the latter. Maybe they'll be talking about her Twitter fights with Donald Trump. Maybe that will make her famous. But as of now, she has done nothing in the stratosphere, in the universe, in the same galaxy as a Frederick Douglass. And I would say that if Frederick Douglass was Asian or Native American or some other ethnicity or race. The bottom line is, this is disgusting as hell. And you're a bunch of hypocrites for printing it. Yeah, I wonder if they would treat great Jewish leaders this way. I wonder if they would treat great Asian leaders in this way. Maybe they do, Johnson. Maybe I just don't notice it. You know, maybe they do. Maybe they unearth historical Asians and compare them unfairly to hacks, modern day hacks, and say, oh, well, hey, I don't know, Ming, Confucius uses the bathroom once, and Ted Cruz uses the bathroom. See, they're the same, Johnson. They both go potty. Hey guys, I just want to pop in for a minute and remind you, join the Tim Black Wolfpack. You do that right here on Patreon, or you do it on YouTube. And the reason why is because we're going to speak truth to power no matter what. No matter what the topic is, if we covering it, we're going to keep it real and make sure that we are speaking for the people. This is a movement that we're trying to create, so don't forget, you are a member, a part of it. Join and tune in and call in on Fridays. Freedom Friday show is open phone lines for anybody. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and soon to be Roku, Apple TV, and some other platforms. I got some stuff going on. You're going to love it. Until we talk again, don't forget, don't let nobody take your cornbread, and sprinkle some facts on them. Have a great weekend. Or whatever this day is that you're watching this video. Peace.